This is a general reading for the air signs of Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. If you have Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. I also like to have 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. Thank you. This is a general reading for the air signs. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. What would you like the air signs to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. What would you like the Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. What would you like the air signs to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. Here we go. One more card for the air signs, please. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. What would you like the listener to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? And the foundation, the basis of your reading this evening is the Ten of Wands. And tens in the tarot represents endings and beginnings. And wands in the tarot represent fire, our passions, our desires. And the Ten of Wands represents the ending of the bringing in of the harvest. It's time to reap what we have sown. And that is backed by the Two of Pentacles, finding balance in receiving what we have worked for. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading this evening. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Greta. If at any time during this reading you have a question, please do write that in the comment section, and I will do my best to help you find clarity or answer that question. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. And we start off with the Nine of Wands, healing. The Nine of Wands is also known as the wounded soldier. This is a time of ending, a time of healing, followed by the Three of Pentacles, working with others. Working with others at a time of healing. The Chariot card is the victory card, or victory, success after a competition. And the Moon card, something hidden is revealed. There is a past debt that is owed, that is becoming due or is due. Perhaps you've been planning or you're aware that this debt has become due or this debt is past due, and or you knew that it was only a matter of time before payment was before payment was asked for, or it's time for a payback, but you don't have all of the funds available to pay for debt. This debt was more than expected. The cost was more than expected, and it's causing financial damages, financial hardships. Uh, you are being held back, or you've hit a standstill. You've hit a wall because you're unable to pay this debt. And, I'm not surprised that we see this difficulty with your finances. Um, Mercury retrograde does start on August 4th, um, and it's going to require, I'm a little bit unsure, Preddy, about what are you asking, like three current felling sand partials? I'm sorry, could you please clarify? And so with Mercury retrograde, it's going to require you to use caution in your finances moving forward. Attention needs to be given towards towards your self-esteem, towards your self-esteem. It's like this debt that you're having a difficult time overcoming is holding you back because of how it is affecting your confidence, how it is affecting your self-esteem. But I like that something hidden is going to be revealed that is going to have you rising above your competitors. There's competition here, but through this debt that is owed, if you can overcome your feelings or your thoughts about inadequacy, about it's it's like not being able to pay this debt is holding you back from success that is coming your way. It's almost like you have to move beyond your inability to pay this debt at this time and continue moving forward. If you can continue moving forward in spite of this past debt, you're going to win, you're going to succeed over your competition. Your creativity is going to catapult you into the next income bracket. It's almost like because you're unable to pay a debt, you feel like you can't put yourself out there. You feel like you can't network. You feel like you can't talk to people. But that is not the case. Your challenge is being able to network, be able to reach out, be able to contact people, be able to talk to people in spite of what it is that you owe. And if you can reach out to people in spite of what it is that you owe, you're going to achieve success. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I like to call the Queen of Pentacles the ultimate gratitude card. If we look closer, we can see that she is practicing gratitude. She has deep gratitude for what it is that she does have. There's something in your private life that you are deeply appreciative of. The Magician card. Happy home, happy life, new beginnings, fresh starts. The Lovers card. And the Lovers can represent the Gemini in tarot. And it also can represent the duality of a situation. And then we have the happily ever after. There is someone even the most happiest homes have problems. And because of this situation in your public life, you're not attending to the things at home that need your attention, or the people that are closest to you that need your attention. You're not attending to them. You're spending too much time at work, or you may even be spending too much time out with friends. And because you're spending so much time away from your home, this is causing tension. There is a solution here. And I think this solution is specifically made or towards the Gemini. There's a lesson here for you to be learned. There's a lesson here for you to be learned that someone has either told you or shown you or demonstrated for you. This lesson is coming from an ancestor. This lesson is being demonstrated to you through your grandparents, or your grandparents experienced a similar situation, and there's a lesson from your grandparents here that is meant for you to see or learn. I don't, if your grandparents are passed on, um, I don't know if you've seen or experienced something in their relationship as you were a child, as you were coming up. If there's a specific memory that you hold of your grandparents and of their relationship that you're holding that has the solution to the problems that you are facing in your home life today. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the air signs. And then we have the Ace of Swords, knowledge, wisdom, applying that knowledge, applying wisdom. The Empress card, the manifestation card, ready to have, ready to create, using your wisdom to create. The Knight of Swords, and I like to call the Knight of Swords the only fools rush in. If we can see what this knight is doing, he's young, he's rushing in with a lot of energy. He doesn't have clarity. And there's a good chance because he doesn't have clarity that he may fall off of his steed. And that is followed by the Five of Swords. Again, the stormy weather. And in both of these cards, let's look at the stormy weather, the not having clarity, wanting to take action without having clarity. It's like we have an idea, we have information, we have the knowledge to manifest, to create, but we don't have the clarity that we need to move forward. There, there's questions here. You have questions about religion, or you have questions about your spirituality, questions about how to use energy to manifest, to create, that need to be answered before you can move on, before you can move forward. Some of this confusion, some of this delay may be the result of some legal problems or legal issues. It's like maybe you're considering finding clarity through. Hi, Andrew. Thank you for stopping in and viewing the channel. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. Is there a question that you would like to ask as I'm winding up this reading? Um, Here I'm seeing in the cards, it's indicating that there's a struggle and that you're trying to find clarity. And it's almost like that question, that struggle is coming from religion, coming from not knowing, not knowing. Okay. What, thank you, Spirit. Messages for the listener here. It's like you're ready to make a change to um, are you're changing your spiritual beliefs, you're changing your religious beliefs. And it's almost like at one side you have um, the the agnostic, and then at the other you have like a religious zealot, and you know that neither one of those choices really fit you, and you're trying to figure out where in the scale of those things that you fall, you know, on where to look. And maybe you've even considered like some type. Thank you, Andrew. Are you ever going to get your motive or purpose in life back? And I think we were just discussing that in these cards here, where I see that you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the Empress card, which is the card of manifestation. So it's like you had that, or you have that still is in you. That motivation, your life is still in you, it's still there. But there was a quick and sudden change, a misstep, a mishap that has caused confusion. And what Source is saying is that the solution, the clarity, the motivation that you are seeking lies within religion, lies within spirituality. Um, that the the path needs to be changed. Your view on religion, your view on spirituality needs to change, or is in the process of changing. I think that witchcraft may be a little bit too far to the right. And I think that you need to move a little bit more towards the spiritual side. Okay. Your house got hit by lightning and you ended up at your parents' house. 5 years is a long time to be kind of held up at your parents' house. I'm so glad that you had a home to go to, especially if your home was hit by lightning. I'm really glad that you have a family support system that you could fall back on. Yes, you've been studying the Bible. And has that studying the Bible just been recent, or has it been ongoing? And anytime that um, we are studying, whether it be the Bible or any other kind of spiritual or religious study, anytime that we begin studying that ourselves, we can kind of get in the uh, the mindset where we're thinking in circles. It's almost like we need to um, open ourselves up to having our thoughts vetted, or sharing our thoughts with others, um, to get out of that uh, process of chasing our tails, and to really be able to vet what we are thinking or how we are processing that. And especially with the Bible, I do daily devotions. I do read Bible daily, but it is important that I also vet, because it's almost like you can have 10 different people um, read a Bible verse, and each of them will come up with 10 different interpretations on what that Bible verse meant. And so it's important that we vet our thoughts on that. That I don't know, Andrew, do your parents read or study the Bible on a regular basis? And is there a church that they regularly go to? I do know, well, I'm in kind of a smaller community, so I do know that our pastors do make house calls on a fairly regular basis, especially to people who have been homebound or have been in the home. Pastors and even other spiritual leaders in your community, should you reach out, would be very happy in coming to the home, or even have you going to them for Bible study, for meditation. I do know maybe there's a yoga practitioner where maybe once a week you could go and practice yoga. I do know that there are many wonderful gurus, um, even on uh, Facebook, on YouTube. On in social media, that you can reach out to vet, to verify what you're thinking. Spirit is indicating that you're really questioning the effects that organized religion has had on society, and you're really wondering if those are for you. And I think that is also a reflection of our society as a whole at this time. Many times, you'll hear about the awakening, about the great shift. And that questioning of religion is about the shift. And it's more about moving towards spirituality, and that spirituality is really about your private, your personal relationship with God, with source, with the universe, whatever. I prefer, I call it God. I call on Jesus many times, but that's what works for me. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to work for everyone, but it's about that personal relationship with spirit. And that is what we're talking about when we're talking about spirituality. She doesn't study the Bible much anymore. And many times, as people age, they do not study as much as they once had. And I believe that there is someone very spiritual that you can seek out to speak with. And that's a wonderful thing about source, the wonderful thing about the universe. As soon as you question, as soon as you look, those synchronicities start to come into place. Yes, we all drop many sins. Um, and that is human nature. And many times I think our past sins, as we look at those, our sins can do one or two things. Our sins can save us, or our sins can condemn us. Our sins can save us, or our sins can condemn us, Andrew. And a lot of that, our sins many times can indicate to us what our life path is. And so, if we're looking at it as a point of a sin, many times a sin is indicating to us the flip side of that coin, our life's purpose. And so, it's almost like that sin was intentionally designed to keep us from our life's purpose, to keep us from our path. And when we look at the origin of our sin and why we partook in that sin, we can see the solution that will lead us towards our life's path. Um, that I hope that wasn't too too messy there for you, Andrew. Um, but many times, a sin is the opposite of who we truly are. And so when we look at our sins, if we look at the opposite of what that sin is, that is the direction of our life's path. Thank you, Andrew. Did anyone else have any questions or any comments that they would like to add or make before I bring this reading to a close? I am on a little bit of a time delay. And thank you, Andrew, so much for your questions. I really do hope that I was able to steer you in the right direction. You are, again, part of the many that are going through that awakening and making that transition from religion to the spiritual. And where we're making that transition from the religion to the spiritual, it's important that we find other like minded people with us. Well, thank you, Andrew. I really do appreciate your subscriptions. And I do hope that I am able to chat with you again through my other live readings. And I would also invite you to visit my channel and look at your horoscope, your zodiac sign, and the reading for this week for your zodiac sign, and maybe even other past. Anytime you're looking through my channel, if there is a title that grabs your attention, whether it's associated with your zodiac sign or not, do watch that reading. There very well could be a message in that reading for you. And I think many times during my readings, you will hear me talk about meditation and chanting and other things to really listen to spirit. I think that spirit speaks to each of us. And I think the biggest challenge for most of us is really deciphering whether what we are hearing is spirit or if whether what we are hearing is pre-programmed information that was given to us. Oh, happy birthday, Andrew. Happy birthday. We love those Leos. You have a lot of good positive things coming up for you during this retrograde. Yes, and Is it Shanna? Cheyenne? I will answer one question for you. If you have a question, do write that in the comment section. And I'm sorry if I mutilated your name, uh, Jan. I'm Names are not my skill. Names are not my skill. Faces and energy, I got that. I'm on that. But names, yes. And so, Shan, what is your question? And again, happy birthday, Andrew. I'm so happy for you. And so, again, do watch those future Leo readings. There's a lot of good, positive things coming up for you. I think I just did a reading for the Leo earlier today. And I am kind of still waiting for you, Cheyenne. Yes. And you're, Andrew, you are about highlighting your skill sets and your talents. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Just go ahead. I will answer one question. If you do have one question, Cheyenne, do write that in the comment section and I will do my best to answer that. I hope I do see you on my birthday, or not on my birthday, but on your birthday. And so let's see, in 2 days, let's look here, get my calendar out here. So August, so your birthday is the 3rd or the 4th. And I am live on Saturday, and on Sunday, I do have a free for all for all signs. And I do air signs, which would be Leo, on Fridays. How does the remainder of the year look for you? And so, on the remainder of the year, are you wanting to know about career? Are you wanting to know about love? Are you wanting to know about family? Or is there one thing in particular or one area in your life that you would like an answer to, Shan? And what is your zodiac sign? Career. Career. Thank you. And so, yes, Leo is a fire sign, and I do fire signs on Friday. You're okay, and so you are Aquarius. And so, Shan, this definitely was your reading. I don't know if you tuned in during the first part of your reading, but as we're going into Mercury retrograde, which is starting August 4th. And so when we talk about Mercury retrograde, we talk about things slowing down or things even seeming like they're taking, uh, going in reverse. It's like you feel like you're losing ground. And so during the month of August, you're going to feel like in your career, you're taking one step forward and two steps back. But that is an illusion. And also during this retrograde, there is a past debt in your professional life. I don't know if it's a financial debt, or there is something that you owe that is coming due. I don't. Some of you are aware that what this debt is, and some of you it's going to be a surprise debt. but it's like when the debt comes due, you're unable to pay the debt in full. I don't know if it's because it is more than what you anticipated, or is that there has been other financial hardships or other hardships that has caused paying this debt back difficult. But or maybe they're asking for a payback sooner than you thought that it was going to come due, or maybe it could even be maybe you owed somebody a favor and now they're asking for that favor back, and they're just asking for it sooner than you anticipated. But this situation is going to require your immediate attention, and because it is uh, acquire acquire because it's needing your immediate attention, it's going to take away energy that you would rather be spending somewhere else. You'd rather be putting this attention somewhere else. But the wonderful thing about this, Cheyenne, is that it's only during the month of August. And then after August, things are really going to start picking up. And things are really going to start moving in your direction. With this Chariot card, this is talking about victory through hardship, victory through competition. And so during the month of August, things are going to be revealed to you that are going to be there to help you overcome the competition. And it's moving slowly for your good. It's moving slowly so that you have a chance to really look at that and really analyze that. And it's giving you time to come up with a clear plan that you can set into motion after this retrograde, that you can set into motion that will take you through the rest of the year. I hope that that answered your question, that August is going to be slow, but it's going to be slow in order for you to come up with a plan, in order for you to look at and identify some of the hurdles and some of the blocks that you have been facing. And as you get into September, you will have clarity and you will have a clear plan set in place that will take you through to the end of the year and align you with the path that you would like to be on in your career.